Welcome to another episode of mine. Today I'm going to introduce you to another American from America itself. So, hey, how are you?
I'm great. I had a performance tonight and I'm at home relaxing. I worked earlier today and I'm excited to speak with you today.
Oh, so am I. So, tell the viewers of my channel a little bit more about yourself. Where do you live in United States? What do you do if you want to?
I would love to. So my name is Bree Ann Smith. I go by Bree. I am 38 years old and I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma with my husband, Thomas, my dog, Malibu, and my cat, Ember. I work for a bank in a call center to process auto loans that are past due, where customers need help getting caught up. And in my spare time, I stay very busy. I am involved in the Tulsa Chorale, which is a city chorus.
Yeah.
I am also involved in Toastmasters International, which is a public speaking and leadership organization.
Which is one of the best things that you are doing. I always wanted to do it. I think, start it very soon.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, since you are involved with Toastmaster, so how they help you with the language, with communication skills, with how to improve when you are on a public stage, you're speaking, how to have interactive voice.
So probably the number one thing that Toastmasters has helped me with is by slowing down my speech and not using so many filler words. In English, filler words are words that don't really convey any thoughts. They're used for pausing, like and so stuff like that. In Toastmasters, we learn to not utilize those so much.
Yeah.
Another thing that Toastmasters has helped me with is being organized. I had some experience with public speaking before I got into Toastmasters because I had a career in IT where I had to speak to a lot of different people. And so I came into Toastmasters already knowing how to speak, but what I needed help with was organization and I needed help with my self-confidence. And Toastmasters definitely helped me with that. They give you projects to work on. When you join Toastmasters, you get the choice of one of 11 different tracks, educational tracks. And they have names such as engaging humor, dynamic leadership. There's one on effective presentation.
Yeah.
And there's 5 levels in each of the tracks, and you complete projects and speeches within each of those. When you've done 2 of them, you get the award known as Distinguished Toastmaster.
Cool. So as you're a native speaker of English, I have so many questions from my viewers. They always ask, when a non-native speaker, a speaker like me tries to learn this language, the English language, they have so many myths and, problems and setbacks. Hey, what should I learn first? Should I learn a pronunciation, accent first, or the language and how to speak English?
I would say learn the important things first. Pretend that you are in a country that you've never been in before and you need help getting around. Learn things such as where is the restroom? Where is the grocery market? Where is the highway?
Yeah.
How much is this? Learn your numbers, learn our currency or the currency of whatever country you're in. If you're in England, learn the pounds. Just learn your currency, learn how to count back your change. That way nobody cheats you.
Tell me one thing, like how your children learn how to speak, like I know every language is same for children. If a children is born in India, in US, they learn by listening to their elders, right? So do you also use any other technique in order for them to be able to speak the language?
So I actually don't have kids. I'm child free.
I'm sorry.
However, I do have nieces and nephews, and I also have a great niece, my brother's granddaughter. So I just see parents talking to their children like normal. Sometimes when they're really little, like babies and toddlers, they'll talk to them in kind of a cutesy baby talk kind of voice. But most parents that I know of just talk to them normally. And they'll teach them various words such as cup, juice, TV, pencil, stuff like that. Stuff that they can learn, or I want this, or I need this, I hurt, I'm tired, basic things like that.
Yeah.
Because it's important to be able to convey what you want and what you need from others. And it's also important.
Are you also taught to speak or read and write in your schools?
Yes. So I'll tell you how I was taught how to read. Now, I don't know if this is the traditional way that people are taught nowadays. My great grandmother had a list of spelling words. And she would work on these words with me. I was maybe 4 or 5 years old, and we would go over them. And we would go over them over and over again, like how to spell this word, how to spell that word, and then we would put them in sentences. And so I learned by repetition, doing stuff over and over again. And then, when I was 7, I had a class in phonics. Phonics is the pronunciation of words.
You also took class of phonics, being a native speaker.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay.
I was in 2nd grade and we had phonics as a subject. I don't know if they do this nowadays, but I wish they did, because phonics teaches you how to pronounce words. And
sorry to interrupt you, but I have seen a handful of native speakers mispronouncing words in movies and shows.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Yes, I've kind of seen that too, and that's a little bit disheartening. I do know that they're just like in all countries over here in America, there's drastically different dialects. I live in what's known as the South. And so
in which state do you live of America?
I live in America.
In which state?
I live in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Okay. Is there any other state nearby? I mean, I know there are 50 states.
Sure. So Texas is right below us. On our right, we are bordered by Arkansas and Missouri. To our north is Kansas, and then to our west, to our northwest is Colorado, and to our just west central is New Mexico. I live in the northeastern part of Oklahoma. I'm about 4 hours from Dallas, Texas. I don't know if you've ever heard of Dallas.
I have never been to US, but I wish.
I'm very far inland. I'm about 10 hours from the nearest ocean.
They say America is the greatest country in the world. So I really wish to visit this country once in my entire life.
I don't actually feel that America is the greatest country in the world. I'm kind of weird about that.
Don't you think?
Well, we have some good points. We have a lot of freedoms, such as freedom of the press. We have the Second Amendment, which is freedom to bear guns, which I don't own a gun. We have freedom of speech, which means you can't go to prison for criticizing the government.
Yeah.
Now, freedom of speech does not mean you won't get punished if you, like, if I go on my Facebook and I say something racist, which I would never do because I don't like racist words, but if I ever did, if someone saw that and called my employer and got me fired, that would be well within their rights, because I did something bad by saying something racist, which a lot of people get freedom of speech mixed up.
Yeah.
But one thing that I feel America could do better in, there's actually a couple of things.
Yeah.
We have a very racist history.
Yeah, I have also heard it.
And we are having a very difficult time reckoning with that.
Mm-hmm.
We expect African Americans to just sweep it under the rug and forgive and forget.
Mm-hmm.
We have people that are not Caucasian, like I am, are often treated badly in certain
What do you mean by that? Okay, Caucasian.
Well, I'm white, so I'm called Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you fill out the list on a lot of things, it asks for your race.
So when Americans use their local slangs, so people like us don't understand. They go, what?
Yes.
Yeah.
I apologize for that.
No, it's okay. I was so curious that I could not help myself without asking you. I asked. I want to learn every day.
No, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Another thing that I wish America would do better, I wish we had a better social safety net.
Mm-hmm.
What that means is we don't have a lot of protections for people who lose their jobs, who have a lot of medical bills. We tend to let people just sink or swim, and that's kind of scary. I wish we had more of like what Denmark has, because Denmark has a very strong social safety net.
Yeah, Denmark is also a country in South America. Am I right?
Denmark is actually in Northern Europe.
Yeah, no,
it's part of the Nordic countries. It borders, I think, Sweden.
Yeah.
And it's close to Norway. I do feel blessed to live in America. I'm glad I live here. I've had a good life here.
What about this government? What they are doing new? I mean, newer.
Well, there's a lot of division in our government right now, and that worries me. There's our president is trying to get a social safety net bill passed because so many Americans have been affected by COVID. We've lost 700,000 people.
Yep.
And there's a lot of resistance to that. There's also a lot of people here who refuse to wear masks and who refuse to get vaccinated.
Have you been vaccinated?
I have. I've gotten the first two, and then I got my booster.
Have you got also booster? Okay. You are very fortunate to get booster, but in some countries like India, there is still a hope. Although I have been fully vaccinated, but I think I'm gonna have this booster if I need. I don't know when.
Yes. The reason why
largely populated, we are the second largely populated nation in the world.
Oh, I don't doubt that. What is India's population exactly?
1.5 billion.
Oh, wow. That's about 4 times the population. No, 5 times the population of the US. We're about 330 million. And the state that I live in, Oklahoma, is about 4 million.
We are the second largest country in the world after China. I think we are gonna outnumber China very soon.
I don't doubt it. I want to go to India someday.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, do you guys eat a lot of curry?
Yeah, we do. You are talking about curries, spices.
I'm learning to like spice. I like the curry with coconut milk with the
Mhm,
vegetables.
mhm.
When I went to Thailand,
Indian street food is so amazing and mouth-watering. When you see Indian food, oh my goodness,
yes.
it's so spicy. Yeah. Chicken, chapatis. Have you eaten Indian curry, Indian food before?
So I've eaten the red curry, and I remember I was at my best friend's birthday party. It was so good. I couldn't stop eating it, but it was so hot. So I'd take a couple bites and then I would say, "Oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God, I'm burning up. Oh my God, this is so hot. Oh my God, this is so good. I must eat more."
Yeah. Every time I eat so spicy food, I also do like things like that. Okay, so let's move to the interview. Tell me how a non-native. I think I still need to work on my pronunciation, right? So how
Okay.
a person, a native, non-native speaker, can acquire the pronunciation, the American accent on point or at the earliest.
I think just listening to Americans talk, listening to Americans from different areas of the US,
Mhm.
a native New York speaker is going to sound much different than a speaker from my state.
Yeah, your pronunciation is so clear. Really,
Well,
your
thank you.
English is on point. Your pronunciation are on point. I have talked to a few Americans before, but some of them were not as clear as you are. To be honest.
I actually had speech therapy as a little kid.
Mhm.
I I have a disorder. It's not really a disorder. I'm autistic,
Mhm.
and I did not speak until I was 4 years old. And so I had about 3.5 years of speech therapy. In that speech therapy, I learned how to speak
Okay,
and
tell
I
me.
learned how to.
People have this myth when they start learning this language. Oh, we should know so many words. So according to you, oh my goodness, so cute. Hey, what's her name?
His name is Ember.
Oh, hey, hey,
He,
hey, hi. Can you hear me?
he,
It's
he
me.
can hear you. He can hear
Oh
you.
my goodness,
He's
so sweet.
he's looking around
Oh
and
my goodness.
wondering
I'm
what I'm
so,
doing.
it's so, I think you're very blessed to have this around you every day. When you're feeling, I mean, little bit off the mood, you can just play with her and do things.
Yes. Whenever I'm feeling sad or stressed out about work, I just pet my cat or my dog. My dog is around
Oh,
here
you also have a
somewhere.
dog.
Yes. Let
Mm.
let me see.
Okay, so,
Malibu.
oh my goodness, you have very sweet home.
This is Malibu.
Oh my goodness. Look at
She's a
him.
big girl.
Look at
She's a big.
him. So.
She is a black lab.
Oh my goodness. Are they naughty? Do they disturb
Uh,
you?
Sometimes my pets disturb me, but most of the time they're pretty good. If you eat when you're around them, they want everything you're eating.
Yeah, yeah. So tell me, there is a myth with a non-native speaker who are trying to learn the language very desperately. How many languages a native speaker know, according to you?
So
Non-native speaker does, yeah.
most Americans only know English.
I mean,
I would say
don't you count the words that I know? Hey, I know this many of words.
I know a little bit of Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
I know some Spanish. Spanish and English have a lot of similarities. I know a little bit of Latin, not enough to converse with you, but I know enough Latin to know the roots of certain words. And I've sang in
Since you
German.
are, my question is, since you have been, have been with this Toastmaster, which is an organization helps people understand, speak better English, right?
Mhm.
So how many words a person should know when he or she starts to speak or should speak well in order to speak well?
I don't know if I can safely answer that. I So with you, for example, you sound like a very seasoned English speaker. I can understand you perfectly. I know exactly what you're saying. You do have an accent, but I think accents are good. I don't think you should have to erase your accent.
I
I
stick
don't
with
think I
neutral accent. I do not try to learn any of those dialects of your country. I stick with
yeah,
neutral accent.
I think you sound great. I don't think you should try to erase how you sound.
Thank you.
Now, if there are certain words that a person has trouble with, I think it's best to say those words slowly,
Yeah,
pronounce them slowly,
slowly. Yeah,
and enunciate their consonants, especially.
consonants.
Um, there's a filler word. One word that a
No.
lot of Americans have trouble with is the
Yeah,
word
I
anonymity.
like. They use like. I'm like. You're like. They use these words.
Yes,
This word is, I think, the most used word by Americans.
I'm sure it is. I have no doubt about that.
And I have been talking to you for last 20 minutes. You have not even used it for a single time.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
My dad would be proud.
That's why I
My,
said your communication skills are on point. I think you're the best American speaker that I have ever talked and met virtually.
oh, well, I'm flattered. That's very kind of you. Thank you. My dad was also an English teacher, and he frequently coached me on my grammar.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I have seen people,
I always,
even in movies, they make mistakes when speaking, grammatical mistakes, prepositions mistakes. So, how do you understand these people, these shows, movies, when they make such mistakes?
I understand that because I know the premise of what they're trying to say.
Mhm.
One common thing that people do is they use double negatives,
Yeah,
such as
I
I
have.
ain't scared of nobody.
I ain't got no money, right?
Yes.
This is a
Yes.
song sung by Akan, sorry.
Yep. Definitely.
Uh,
I know
which
what
is,
they're trying to say. They're trying to say, I have no money, but they're trying to be cool and suave about it.
yeah, yeah,
They're trying to sound like other people.
yeah.
And
Which
so
is not a good thing to do, I guess. It doesn't.
it's fine if you're with your friends and just chilling out, which
Yeah.
means relaxing. And it's fine if you're out to dinner with your wife or girlfriend or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you're working, if you're trying to find a job, or if you're giving a speech like at Toastmasters, it's important to use correct grammar. It's
People
important
have,
to
this myth. Hey, should I speak informally or formally? I think I think one should always speak formally in order to be a good speaker and in order to
yeah,
speak English well.
I think formal language is a good place to start.
Mhm.
And then once you've broadened your knowledge of formal language, I think it's fine to venture out into informal language. But I don't think a person should start with informal language.
Yeah.
Formal is always the good way to go. I think also it's important to be aware of slang.
Yes,
I
slang.
have a friend. I have a friend named Pankaj who is from India.
Oh,
And
you are.
Pank, I I coached him on his first speech, and he talked about the differences between his native language and English.
Mhm.
For example, pass out, he told me that means you graduate from college with a degree.
Yes.
You leave college, you pass out with the degree. Well, here, if you pass out, you faint.
Yeah, I know the difference. Since I'm a teacher of English, I have worked with so many, bilingual students and students from different countries. I mean Asian countries. So I know the difference between Indian words that we use back in India and you use. And I have been watching, American movies for a very long time. And to be
That's
honest,
awesome.
truth to be told, I also read New York Times every day in order to, be in touch with
That's
American English.
that's a really good way to do things.
Right?
The New York Times is, I think, an 8th grade reading level. So that would be 13 and 14-year-olds. Since you seem to have ease with reading it, you probably could read big novels with ease that are written in English.
See, I have been teacher of English for 7 years now. Before that, I did my schooling, my college in English, right? So I
That's
have been,
awesome.
so English is like normal thing for me to speak, to read, to listen. Everything is for normal for me. I think I do not just take it, although I practice, but I don't take it yet. I don't take it seriously. I just take it normally, right? I think it is just a language. I am a teacher. I have to, I have this responsibility to teach so many students. So,
Yeah.
I also get to learn. Sometimes I teach them something new that I don't know.
I know that knowing English is very helpful in places like airports.
Yeah.
It is the international language of business. And I think that learning English can definitely help increase someone's employment prospects, especially if a person speaks English, but they stay in they stay outside of the US, or they live outside of the US like you do. You're from India, you live in India, but you teach English. That allows you to have a reach all around the world. You could have students anywhere.
Yeah.
Especially with technology.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So according to you, would you like to give 5 pieces of advice on how to improve the communication skills, since you are involved with Toastmaster and you must have been, given these tips, right, during your classes?
I'll give you some tips. The first one, when in doubt, speak slowly. Mm-hmm. Don't rush through your words. Mm-hmm. Enunciate. Mm-hmm. Clearly speak your consonants. Mm-hmm. And distinguish your consonants from your vowels. Mm-hmm. So first one, speak slowly. Second one, enunciate. Third one, stay away from slang.
Yeah.
Use formal language first. Mm-hmm. Formal language will get you through pretty much any situation. Mm-hmm. Some people may look at you like, oh, well, you're acting like you have a lot of money or something. Don't worry about that. Mm-hmm. Formal is the best way to go. You can learn slang at a later time. Mm-hmm. The fourth one, some people talk like Google Translate isn't very good, but I think Google Translate can be great in a pinch, especially when you're dealing with languages that have different lettering systems. Mm-hmm. When I was in China, there were many times when we couldn't communicate, and so we would use Google Translate. Mm-hmm. Google Translate definitely will get you out of a pinch.
Yeah.
And for the last one, learn your money of whatever country you're in.
Yes.
Because you don't want to get cheated.
Dollars, bucks, we should know.
Yes. Learn
I used
your
to
dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Learn your coins.
Mm-hmm.
Learn. Here in America, we have what's called sales tax. So certain things Like it'll say $9.99, but you need to add 8% to that. So it'll turn out to be like 1083 or something.
You know, people in India make fun of 199. This is emergency number in US, right?
Yeah, 199, $1.99.
Yeah, 199, like emergency number that you dial to get help from police.
911. Yes, our emergency number. Yes.
99, right? So when they have some emergency because they are so obsessed with Western culture. Hey, I got a situation like this. You know, you can see a whole lot of videos on internet making fun of, but I think that's not good. That's not a good idea.
What is India's emergency number?
It's it's different in every state.
Okay.
It's different because I live in Delhi, the capital of India. So here
Delhi?
it's 100. 100.
Did you ever meet a barber named Baba, the Cosmic Barber?
In India?
Yes, he was in Pushkar. So I don't know quite off the top of my head how far away Pushkar is from Delhi or Delhi.
You're an international call.
I'm on Zoom.
Okay, good.
Oh, my husband.
Can I have him? Oh, hey, I would like, hey, how are you? I would like to talk to you for a second, please. I would like to talk to you for a sec, if it is possible for you. To, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, please introduce yourself for this interview. What's your name and what do you do?
My name's Thomas Smith, and I'm an electronics technician.
Oh, great to meet you. I'm really so pumped up to be able to talk to you guys. You guys are amazing. And I think your wife is the best American that I have ever talked. She's so clear. Her accent, her English, so marvelous. I'm out of the, I don't have words.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, people with different accents and stuff, I mean, it can make it difficult to understand each other, even though you're speaking the same language.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you guys get back to it.
Okay, baby.
All right.
Oh, he's so, he's as good as you are. He's as well as you are. So nice. I think you are the best couple.
Thank you.
So
Thank
amazing.
you.
So amazing. I'm so happy.
Do you want to see our wedding photo?
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Okay. So this is our wedding photo.